Hello, we are the SpaceX fans and welcome to the SpaceX Show, the place where you can stay up to date with everything SpaceX. I couldn't get any video of it to show, but on Thursday SpaceX successfully launched their 11th mission of the year with the launch of PACE. The booster which launched to this mission, B-1081, then landed successfully for the 4th time on the landing pad at Landing Zone 1. Then, on Friday, SpaceX successfully launched their 12th mission of the year with the launch of Starlink 713.
1 ignition and liftoff of Falcon 9. Go Starlink, go SpaceX.
Chamber pressure is nominal.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
The booster which launched this mission, B-1071, then landed successfully for the 14th time on the drone ship Of Course I Still Love You.
Landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
SpaceX posted some information about this booster. They said over its 14 missions this booster has delivered over 134 metric tons to space, including 279 Starlink satellites that help provide internet connectivity from almost anywhere on Earth. Coming up this week we can hopefully expect to see a Starlink mission launch. The Starlink 714 mission is currently scheduled to launch on Tuesday 13th at 10:17 PM UTC or 5:17 PM EST. Also, later in the week we can hopefully expect to see a couple of customer missions launch. The first of these, the IM-1 Nova C mission, is currently scheduled for Wednesday 14th at 5:57 AM UTC or 12:57 AM EST. Then, later the same day, we can hopefully expect to see a government mission launch. The USSF 124 mission is currently scheduled for Wednesday 14th at 10:30 PM UTC or 5:30 PM EST. The Axiom 3 crew returned recently with SpaceX posting this information. They said Dragon splashes down off the coast of Florida with AX-3 astronauts on board, completing Axiom Space's 3rd mission to the space station. Polaris posted some information related to when we could expect to see their first mission. It says we are targeting no earlier than summer 2024 for launch of Polaris Dawn, the first of the Polaris program's 3 human spaceflights. There was a picture of some propellant tanks heading to Florida and SpaceX's VP of Launch posted some information. He said we are adding more propellant storage to the 39A Falcon pad. This will enable several consecutive prop load attempts on Falcon Heavy. Capability is super helpful for interplanetary missions that have a tight launch window, one less constraint to worry about for launch. There was an interesting article related to SpaceX's drone ships potentially serving another purpose. It says SpaceX's drone ships have been designed to act as landing pads for rockets, but now the company is exploring using ships as gateway stations to bolster Starlink's coverage at sea. There was an article posted about the first major airline to add Starlink to its fleet of planes. It says Hawaiian Airlines is rolling out complimentary Wi-Fi via SpaceX's Starlink on board commercial flights this week, the company's told CNBC, the first major US airline to offer the satellite-based service. SpaceX posted information about the capacity added to the Starlink network with each V2 Starlink launch. They said with each launch of our 2nd generation Starlink satellites we add approximately 2.2 terabits per second of capacity to the constellation, allowing us to improve coverage and connect more people all around the world with high-speed internet from space. Heading to Boca Chica, Flight 3 preps continue around the orbital launch site. The crane at the launch site was seen raised. This column for the 2nd launch tower was seen being delivered to Starbase. The Launch Tower 2 sections have started assembly properly now. Work continues on the expansion of Star Factory. There was some information posted related to SpaceX's Roberts Road facility. It says SpaceX has submitted updated site plans for the western site of its Roberts Road facilities, interestingly referred to as Orange Grove Project Site. There was information from the FAA about what is needed for the next Starship launch license. It says SpaceX has yet to submit all necessary information for the launch license modification, statement by the FAA provided to NASA spaceflight. I wanted to share an article with more details from SpaceX's senior National Security Space Solutions advisor about the DoD wanting to take ownership of Starship for specific missions. It says we have had conversations and it really came down to specific missions where it's a very specific and sometimes elevated risk or maybe a dangerous use case for the DoD where they're asking themselves, do we need to own it as a particular asset? SpaceX, can you accommodate that? We've been exploring all kinds of options to kind of deal with those questions. Ship 28 was lifted onto the transport stand. After the flight 3 preparations, Booster 10 has been moved back to the launch site. La Padre posted some information related to new Weld spotted on Booster 10. They said 2 bands of new Weld marks have appeared on B10's aft section since it rolled back to Mega Bay on 2nd January. Could these be new super duper slosh baffles in light of what happened to Booster 9? Booster 10 was also lifted onto the orbital launch mount for launch preparations. SpaceX posted some pictures of both Booster 10 and Ship 28 rolling to the launch site. They said Flight 3, Starship and Super Heavy moved to the pad at Starbase. I wanted to share this cool picture posted by Elon Musk. He said Starship Super Heavy rocket booster people for scale. SpaceX have some possible closures for this coming week on the Cameron County website. There are currently possible closures tomorrow, Monday 12th, Tuesday 13th and Wednesday 14th. The Ring Watchers posted this picture of a ring section sitting outside the Mega Bay. They said, and on to the next one, Super Heavy Booster 14's aft tank number 2 section is out and about at Starbase and has been staged in front of Mega Bay 1. To finish up the video today, we have an updated Starship production diagram to take a look at thanks to the Ring Watchers. Additionally, of course, there is also a booster production diagram to take a look at as well. As always, I have to say thanks to both Mary, otherwise known as Boca Chica Gal, and Sean Doherty for being out there filming the Starbase content. Also, thanks to the NASA spaceflight team working behind the scenes on their videos, live streams and other space content. That's it for this episode of the SpaceX Show. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. If you want to stay updated with SpaceX info, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified when I upload. Thanks for watching and have a great day.